billions in losses, and now a billion-dollar lifeline? A new tax credit extension could flip the script and change everything for Plug Power in Q2 and beyond. Stick around because I'm going to cover what I'm looking for in this quarter and whether this is Plug Power's turning point or another dead end for hydrogen investors. My name is Rick Orford. I've been trading since 1999. I'm not a financial advisor, and that's a good thing because I don't do hype. I break down the numbers so you can make better, sharper investing calls. Now, here's what most people miss. Plug Power has been losing billions, but Washington's tax credit extension might actually flip its trajectory. Could this be the opportunity the company needs? Well, Plug Power specializes in hydrogen infrastructure and its end-to-end ecosystem, including electrolyzers, fuel cells, hydrogen plants, and fueling frameworks. Some of its major clients are Amazon, Walmart, and Home Depot. Plug Power isn't just making hydrogen tech, but it wants to own the entire hydrogen supply chain. And this is supported by the company's infrastructure advancement, recently opening its gigawatt-scale hydrogen hubs in Georgia and Louisiana. The real question is, can they actually do it? Plug Power stock currently trades at $1.40 a share and has a ton of daily volume. Over the last 52 weeks, the stock has traded between 69 cents and $3.32. So today, it's around the midpoint of that. Now, if we look at the short-term technicals, it's a weak sell, meaning the price has been moving down somewhat over the last quarter. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. Performance-wise, the stock is up 64% over the last 3 months, but is down 35% year-to-date and nearly 40% over the last year. So is this a good time to buy? Well, maybe. There's a lot of attention on Plug Power, and for good reason. The newly passed Big Beautiful Bill brings in some powerful incentives for clean hydrogen. Legislation now extends the 30% tax credit on fuel cell purchases through 2032 and secures the hydrogen production credit for up to $3 a kilo for projects that break ground before 2028. And this initiative is a major win for Plug Power and other hydrogen players betting big on US-based green fuel production because it directly boosts the economics of their core business. Now the question is, can this act bring Plug Power back to its former glory? Well, investors are not just buying the stock solely on hype. The other part of the story is the company's financials. And these figures are telling if the stock is worth buying. With that, let's have a look at the most recent financials of Plug Power. Sales rose 11.2% year over year to $133.7 million. Despite that, net income declined 33.5% from the same quarter last year. And the company's losses are because of its core business, which highlights unprofitable operations. 2024 has probably been the worst year for Plug Power, at least with annual sales decreasing 29.5% year over year, with net losses reaching $2.1 billion, almost double from last year. And personally, I find it easy to understand why the stock is largely ignored. The company's financials signal weakening performance, and the stock price follows suit. But in light of the recent events, could Plug Power be on the verge of a rebound? Well, to answer that, let's identify what could help Plug stock soar once again. The first reason would be the Big Beautiful Bill, which was signed into law just this July 4th. Plug Power's CEO, Andy Marsh, recognized it as one of the most meaningful policy wins for Plug Power. The law restores a 30% investment tax credit for fuel cells through 2032 and extends the hydrogen production tax credit through 2027. This removes barriers like zero emissions and labor requirements, making credits more accessible. Marsh said this would bring back market confidence and give Plug Power room to scale projects in Texas, expand electrolyzer deployments, and restart liquefier plans. The second would be Plug Power's extended hydrogen supply agreement through 2030. Plug Power's continuing partnership with a key U.S. industrial gas partner would help achieve margin improvement and cash flow stability. The deal lowers hydrogen costs, enhances network efficiency, and secures a reliable supply for over 275 customer sites. And this move strengthens Plug Power's ability to scale strategically while easing near-term operational and financial pressure. And this is a question that comes up a lot in my Discord. Will policy alone keep Plug Power afloat without any real demand? Think of hydrogen like those early solar panel projects, right? Subsidies got people to try it, but prices never really came down and demand never really scaled. And that's the risk that Plug Power now faces, despite policy support. But this time, they're not starting from zero. Plants are built, big-name customers are on board, and credits like the $3 per kilo hydrogen credit buy them time. If demand picks up even slightly, Plug Power could be one of the first to scale. But policy alone won't guarantee success, but it gives them a real shot. Now, it may seem like all is set up for Plug Power to soar, but it can't fly without solving its key issue, and that would be Plug Power's unprofitability and weakening demand. Despite the company's effort to keep its financials afloat, its sales and net income took a serious decline in 2024, with consecutive net losses amounting to approximately $5.2 billion. Investors may lose patience before Plug Power can ever turn green, at least financially. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act could have given Plug Power an allowance to adjust, but that doesn't mean a bounce is imminent. If the company doesn't deliver with odds in their favor, there could be dire consequences. Now, let's look at Plug Power's valuation and see how it compares to its industry peers. Plug Power's profit margin is, well, pretty bad, but definitely not the worst among its peers. Also, it's trading at a lower multiple than, say, Ballard and Bloom, but higher than Fuel Cell Energy and Nikola, which suggests it may be in the middle of the pack. So I don't see it as overly overvalued. I just think that the market is likely pricing in policy optimism and long-term upside rather than current fundamentals. And frankly, that makes sense. At this point, no one is buying the stock on hopes and dreams or increased company profitability. Instead, investors are betting on capital appreciation because that's what brings in the gains, right? Many, including me, can see the stock catching a rebound in light of the recent tax credit news. And there's two types of investors, right? Those who take a shot in the dark and those who truly believe in the technology. And between the two is the one who plays the long game and will often get the greatest returns, maybe on 1 out of 5 or 10 stocks. And that's how I view Plug Power. It's a potential long-term bet. Yes, it's volatile, high risk, and exposed to market and policy shifts, but potentially rewarding if the company can deliver on its vision. That said, if you're a more conservative investor seeking steady income or predictable returns, Plug Power isn't the right fit for you, at least in my opinion. Personally, I can see Plug Power entering a turning point. The policies and opportunities are set, but will the company and demand follow? For now, I think it's a cautious buy for growth-focused investors. But what about you? Are you buying into Plug Power's vision in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you'll never miss any future video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.